welcome back to another episode of the Fresh Brats.
Hello,
Now,
hello.
Today is a very, very special episode because we are looking back at our episodes because this is supposedly our very last episode. We only planned till this episode. No, actually till the last episode.
Till last week's episode. Yeah.
So this is an extra. Let's say if we didn't happen or like we didn't continue, that last week would have been our last episode. So as always, we have our Richard Branson of the show, Rome.
You stop lah, day.
It's Richard Branson sing now.
And then we have the therapist of the show, Matt.
Hello.
Yeah.
Tell me your
And
problems, but just don't. Yeah.
And then we also have the one that's borderline being cancelled, Jaden.
Borderline.
Please don't cancel me, please. 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 Hi.
So funny.
And then it's me, Cal. That's me. That's my pronoun. Just Cal.
It's just
Yeah.
Cal.
It's just Cal.
It's just Cal.
Wonk.
It's just Cal.
Wink.
As of today,
Wonk.
right? As of today, there is a new trend on Instagram where people are Googling their names and putting up the Urban Dictionary.
Urban Dictionary.
Definitions of them. And Cal did it today. And I just want to say that Cal's definition a bit sus lah. I feel like she wrote it herself and she put it on
Wait,
on
Matt, can you check
yeah.
your mic input?
Why?
Because I'm just make sure it's the right one. Because I hear echo.
Oh right. Actually it's not. You are right.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's okay. We can cut this part out, right?
Sound
No,
engineer
it's
qualities.
just the Zoom one. I think my recording is
Insane
fine.
lah,
Yeah, we can cut this
Okay.
out.
Wow.
Yeah, we can cut this
Yeah.
out.
All right. So
I've
I
been
want to
listening
read.
here already.
Is it okay if I read it? And then you
Yeah.
guys do a reaction? Okay. All right. Because
Okay.
Jaden, you don't know what the definition, right? The Urban Dictionary definition
Definition
of
of
Calista
what?
is. Of
Okay.
Calista. Okay.
Okay.
All right. It's a noun. Shocker. Comes from Greek background and means most beautiful. Already there, right? Sounds like she wrote it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Calista is a very rare name and is usually accompanied by a very rare person. Calista will always know how to brighten up your day. Often they will come with blonde or red hair, which, well, yeah, okay.
Okay,
Outgoing, smart, weird at times, very
Yeah.
creative, that one, yes. But always beautiful inside and out. Their smiles are contagious. Calistas are known for being great kissers and have a way with words. If you know a Calista, never let her out of your sight, right? This is the definition of a male Romeo, you know. Or female
God.
Romeo, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a straight
how
up
much
charmer.
how do you even get like how do you even write your own definition on Urban Dictionary?
how much do you
Like, how
pay
much do
Urban
you
Dictionary? Yeah.
How much
Let's
did you
not
pay?
let's not say that lah. Let's not disclose.
How much did you pay
that lah.
Mystery Max X30934 who wrote this 8 years ago? Yeah.
So let's just keep it discreet. So Mystery Max, if you're out there, if you're listening, thanks, man.
Thanks, man. We appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
Anyway, what are we talking about today?
Anyway, so like I said, we only planned for the last episode. So the initial plan was everyone produce one episode, right? And then we had one Halloween special. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that was Matt's second production, you can say.
Yeah.
So today we are just reminiscing every episode that we had. Let's just
Reminiscing.
pretend we already have 100 episodes. Okay, let's pretend we already have
Reminiscing.
100 episodes. Okay. So let's look back and think of let's just look back at all episodes and just
And
Let's
just ask
just-
ourselves, should we still do this?
yeah. So first question, right? What do you think of our show so far? Have we progressed throughout all these episodes? Have we grown?
I think, yeah, definitely.
Yes.
I find it more natural to just talk in this setting,
Yeah.
you know.
I think as much as
compared to
it's
episode
like,
1 to episode 5, definitely got improvement because it's like it's more natural for us already, right? Like we don't have to think as hard anymore compared to episode 1 when it was just like awkward laughs and a lot of and
I tried. Yeah, I think we sidetrack less now, and we
Yeah,
focus
exactly,
more on
yeah.
what we're supposed to talk about,
Right.
and also
45 minutes, you know,
we do a better job at keeping track of time.
Also, that one time we had to record again because it was so bad.
Yeah,
Remember
exactly.
that time?
And the
Was
one
that
time we had
episode
to.
one
That
or
was-
two?
No, that was episode 3.
Episode
Three,
one.
yeah.
I don't
Mine.
remember.
No,
man.
3 is the one. No, that was one where I forgot to hit record. That was 3. Yeah, and then we had to
Yeah, it's that
record
one lah.
again.
Yeah, it's that one.
Yeah, but
Two
the one we
was
had to,
the one
the one we recorded all over
The
again
entire
was
thing.
1. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Because
Oh,
you're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
not really.
Yeah, it was
can't
just
do
so
this.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
I
we
wonder if
delayed.
we still have it in our archive. I wonder.
Then ask the research team behind. Lah.
Yeah.
Oi,
Logistics taking care of the storage.
Yeah,
Wrong-
the research
yeah.
team has still not grown.
not grown. All right.
Wrong
At least
is
it's more
like-
screens now.
Wrong is oozing with confidence with the jokes. Can you tell? Because before we started, he told this joke. And now he's like riding off it. So we found out before this that Jaden had one of his sinuses removed. So he removed like a tissue
Like a
from
tissue,
his
a
nose.
tissue, yes.
And then Wrong makes this amazing joke. He's like, take the tissue and put inside lah. And then he starts laughing hysterically at his
Seriously, I
own
thought it was-
joke, you know.
Man, he thought
Yeah.
it was
Yo, you know like that. I
Okay.
don't friend you already.
Okay, Ron, before you unfriend us, right? Tell us what is the most memorable thing, memorable moment of the show. Just if you have to pick one, right? The one that you will actually remember for a very long time before you leave the group. Okay.
I never said I leave also.
Because
You
you don't
just said,
friend
I don't-
anymore, right?
We're not even friends. We're just acquaintance. What do you mean?
Okay, so
Right.
before we cut
Staying
the
true to that.
acquaintance-ship, okay.
Oh, okay,
so
okay.
What is
Sorry,
the
sorry.
most memorable moment of the show?
Well, actually can't think of one, honestly.
Yeah, so
Cause, right,
no memories.
Cause for me, after I record one episode, I just like forget about it already. Yeah.
Wow. See,
Yeah.
obviously, so that
But I
shows
think-
that he doesn't even watch our show after that anymore.
I think honestly, probably one of the more interesting episodes I would say that we did was probably the Halloween one, just because of how creepy some of the stories are. Yeah, but overall, it has been a joy working with you all. Yeah, it's been really
Is
fun.
this your exit? You sound like you are making an outro. It's been a joy working with you.
Thank you
we
so
hope
much.
we hope we cross paths in the future.
You'll see in the next episode. You know. If
If
I'm
there
here,
is a
I'm
next
here.
episode.
If I'm not here,
Yeah.
then
His Twitch career is really taking off lah. So he's done. He's done with us. Yeah.
I'm not streamed in the last 10 days, man. What do you
Oh,
mean?
you haven't? Why?
Yes.
Oh, busy assignments, right?
See, you don't even know.
I know now
I-
because I remember that this last 10 days I haven't got a notification.
Right.
You can,
Progress needs
'cause
your
of
help.
that.
I get Twitch notifications. You know why?
yeah.
Because I only subscribe to
Discord.
like 2 people or 3 people on Twitch, and you're one of
Wow.
them. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Be honored. Be honored.
I'm on it.
Be on it.
Be honored. Okay.
Yeah.
Am I going next?
Yes,
Yeah.
you go next.
Okay. I would say my most
don't
most
say the arcade
memorable
one.
is not the arcade one.
Okay.
Though I have many memories with them, man, that are
Sad
amazing.
noises for arcade, I guess.
Yeah. I would say I really enjoyed. I think I really enjoyed like the second one because we were talking about the clubs and stuff, right? And I thought, wow, that was like really very interesting. I think there is this you know, we have this perception of party girls, right? And for the longest time, you know, I had this perception of Callista that she's just straight up, just some hoe, you know, from Ipoh, you know, yeah, the great hoe of Ipoh. And you always think like they are stupid and they don't know anything and they're all, you know, dumb blondes and things like that. That's the perception that you have. But then, you know, like we know her. We do this podcast and we also have like social meetups or whatever. Then we talk to her on that level.
Social meetups.
Social meetups.
So formal.
I call them in-person summits. Yeah. But then you see like, oh, then she like gets all the dressed up and goes to the clubs and just do all of that. So there's like it's not all like, you know, not all of them are like that lah. There are a lot of people who are just like regular. Maybe they're brilliant at work, like they're most amazing accountant, but they just know how to party.
Never
You know?
judge a book by
Never
its cover.
judge a
Yeah.
book
Never,
by its cover.
Never do it.
And sometimes not even the first 3 pages lah. Like just flip a bit more.
Yeah,
you know?
just flip a bit more. Just
Get
have
to
a
the
little bit
meat
more
of it.
patience.
You gotta read
Yeah.
the book lah.
You gotta read the
Yeah,
book.
like until like page 50 lah, page 54.
Page
yeah.
50, yeah. So yeah, that's what I thought I knew her better, and I also knew you better, Jaden, because I now realize that you have like a certain amount of confidence with women, and like you're actually like hey, I can see myself going up to a girl in the club and like, and
No,
and,
no,
like,
Yeah.
don't get me
yeah.
wrong. It
takes a lot
takes
of
a lot of
guts.
courage. It still
Yeah.
takes a lot of courage. Like I still need like some time to work myself to like do it. But I think I can do it.
Right.
You
We
know?
love it.
Wow.
I think
That
That's-
is
gotta
confidence
shoot my shot.
itself.
I think one friend of ours really inspired me. His name is Kevin. That guy, legend. Shout out to Kevin.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kevin. Indeed.
Shout out to Kevin. Hope you get better. Hope your knee gets better.
Who by the way, we should have Kevin on the show, like, because I feel like now in our social circle, he's the love doctor. You know.
Yeah,
So
oh man.
so look
I
out
think
for
now is the
Wow.
perfect way to
More
do
like
it
the
because he
love
can't go out
guru.
loud.
the love
right?
guru.
Yeah.
So
doctor
one
is a
day,
bit-
right, we're gonna post a story on our Fresh Brats Instagram, and then we're gonna put up a poll. So anyone who have any questions, any love related questions, just type
Ask
it
Kevin.
there. Yeah, then we're gonna have our guest love doctor and answer all the questions.
Yeah.
Yes.
We love it.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I thought that was very very interesting, and also like the dating apps thing. Everybody's perspective on dating apps was very very interesting. So I like that.
Yeah, I think for me, right, I enjoyed the episode a lot also. Like we had a lot of laughs and there were a lot of jokes, like the Zouk cluster, the Lawan thing. Very fun episode. But I think for me it's the my most memorable one is the Akid one, the one we had with Akid, where he was. I remember I think that's one of the funniest jokes. Like he said, she must be like a Pfizer. That one, oh my god!
So those Pfizer
I think
bitches.
that was one of my best memorable moments. Everyone just burst out in laughter, and I think we tackled that subject with a little bit of humor also. Like we showed our like intelligent or like self.
Also, that was the very first time we tried to sound smart on the show, lah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We showed a little bit of that, and also we brought in a little bit of humor and comedy,
Yeah.
and we tried to make it interesting. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's one.
Should we
that
keep
one.
continue bragging about ourselves and what an amazing job we did
We
on that
just-
episode? Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay,
Love
let
us.
me brag about how smart we sound. Okay, my most memorable moment was actually last week's episode, the mental health episode. For me at least lah, I feel like I got to know Rong a lot better than I think I already do.
Same.
Because we never really talk about things like this, right? And one thing I'm very glad that we're doing this podcast. So like we actually get to talk about things like this, and it's very rare to hear Rong say like, oh, he has these issues, what he's facing. Because
Really?
Rong has always
Oh, yeah.
been like that just like, oh, happy-go-lucky kind of guy. So that was really memorable for me lah, at least. Yeah.
Oh.
Felt like he opened up to us.
Yeah,
He welcomed
really.
us.
Yeah.
And I feel like that
personal.
episode, I feel like it did something for our personal relationship with each other. Because after that, the next time we all talked was the time Jaden was too busy, and he couldn't make it. Then it was the three of us, right? And I
Oh,
feel
that
like
was so deep.
it was
You know,
so
okay,
deep. Yeah.
Fun fact, because I was playing Valorant at that time, right? When you guys were talking. I have like recorded clips of Valorant that can just hear you guys rambling on like some really like intellectual
And
conversation.
Cal was really like Cal really took charge of that, and she was giving us like girl advice about
exactly.
like love and all those things, and
Holy
I was
shit.
like amazing. And you can ask Jaden. I was telling Leslie the other day, what did I say that y'all said was an insult to Calista? I said I didn't know Cal could be so
Like something along those lines. So
could
deep
be
or like so.
or she could speak so well. I used the fancy
Something
word
like
for
that.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't know Cal could
Wow.
speak
So
so
well.
well. Yeah.
Wow.
Yikes.
Yeah.
I can't tell. Am I supposed to be happy about this, or am I just supposed to be
Maybe
offended?
lah.
I can't tell.
Yeah, it's a compliment.
It's a
Yeah, yeah.
compliment.
It's not
Right.
not like
Some
it's
weird
not wrapped
backhanded
very
compliment.
nicely, but it's
yeah,
a compliment.
but it's there. Yeah,
there,
it's a
it's there.
badly wrapped present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
So
we're
it's a
straight
present. I
guys.
should
Yeah.
just tear it off. Like you don't slowly open the tape. You just tear it off like that. Is that it?
Yes,
Mhm.
Is that
exactly.
kind of present?
Yeah.
Right,
Yes.
right. Okay, so since we're on the topic of memorable moments, right? Let's rewind a little bit. Let's go back to the baby Brats. Okay.
The
So-
baby breads.
Baby Brats.
Goo gaga.
Goo Goo Gaga. Yeah, let's go back to Goo Goo Gaga, okay? So I want to know, like, let's share a little bit about the most memorable things when we were kids. So
Oh.
among four of us, right, I think I've shared the most stories of when I was a kid. Right. I
Yeah.
was basically a comedian now when I was a kid. Okay.
Yes.
So what wow.
A walking clown.
I like how everyone just agreed at the same time. Yes.
You were hilarious. I remember.
Yeah, you're so funny.
I remember that was. Yeah. I remember the day I like that. One day, Cal just came to my house, and at that time, I wasn't her friend
We
or
were
her
not on good
acquaintance.
terms.
We were not on good terms, right? Then somebody brought Cal and just texted, "Do you mind if Cal comes to your house?" And then I was like, fine. I'm a Christian, right? Hospitality. We gotta do that.
Wow.
So I said,
Wow.
okay. Then she came, and then it was good fun, right? And then the next time she came, it was like at night, right? She came, we all sat in the car, and she started telling these stories about like her childhood in Ipoh, and she was a latchkey kid. Do you guys know what a latchkey kid is?
No.
That means the parents go to work and you're just alone at
Oh,
home.
yeah.
And so funny, just so funny, hilarious lah.
Yeah, so let me start first since we're already like talking about me being a comedian. So let me start first. I don't know if I told you this before. One of the most memorable moments when I was a kid, right? I think this time I was still with my nanny. So at that time,
You
that
had a
period of my life-
nanny. What's so fancy?
I had a nanny also.
Oh wow! Oh my
I
god!
had also.
You all had nannies? What?
I
But my nanny
didn't
was
have
my
nanny.
great
Yeah.
aunt.
Oh
Okay,
my
chill.
god! Oh lord!
My grand aunt.
Golly
Okay,
good.
calm down. Golly good. Okay,
I said
calm
that
down.
wrong.
This-
I said it should be jolly, not golly. Yeah.
You can
So
stop.
no,
that.
chill,
worse.
calm down. This is
Yes.
not like a fancy like I don't have like nanny who dress up like Nanny McPhee.
Yeah.
It's not that. Okay,
No,
it's just
that's
like
a French maid you're thinking of. Yeah.
it's just like that one old auntie that lives very nearby my
Oh,
house. Okay.
right.
So at this point my mom was working shifts and my dad had to go to work as well. And my sister was living with my grand aunt. So my grand aunt is her nanny. But somehow I was just with this auntie that lived close to my house. Okay.
Okay.
So-
Pepe noises.
Yeah, so like so at this time I was with my nanny. So there was this one time my nanny would bring me to the market when she goes to the market in the morning lah. Okay, so I remember every morning because I was kind of a bald baby lah. I think I was like 2. So what happens was she always used like that small comb to just comb that 3 strands of hair I have. And then she's gonna say, okay, let's go.
Oh, I did my work.
Yeah.
I combed her hair.
So I remember there was this one time we went to the market, right? And then I specifically remember we were buying pork. We were at the like pork section, the butcher section. So she was buying pork, and then this auntie or uncle, I forgot lah, just the seller. And then she said, "Oh, what a cute girl! Have some char siu for free." And then my nanny was like, "Oh, thank you." And yeah, I remember my nanny was carrying me, and then I took it, and then she said, she told me to say thank you. And I was like, I forgot what I said. I probably said "goo goo gaga." I don't know. So that I went home with that free char siu. So now I think about it, right? I think I was probably 2 at that time. In what world did they think that it's okay for a 2-year-old to eat char siu? I don't even know if I could eat char siu at that time.
You have teeth, right? Don't you guys have teeth at 2?
I don't remember, man.
I can't remember.
probably have,
Probably,
but
yeah. But
You
like,
can
I
eat
don't-
char siu lah as a kid. What you mean?
Yeah lah.
I don't know, but like, yeah, okay lah. Probably
Okay,
I
it can be a
could eat
bit
it
tough lah, but you know.
Okay. I
Yeah.
think my nanny maybe like she cut it like very very
Yeah,
small.
maybe like
cubes,
minced char siu,
Yeah,
like
Wait,
yeah.
I'm
minced,
googling
yeah.
teeth development in humans.
I like how we're doing this now. We're just googling in the middle of.
Yeah.
the
Yeah, we're learning.
Yes.
We're all learning. We're all on a learning
Yeah.
journey here.
So that was one of the more memorable things that happened when I was a kid. I don't know if I told you guys this story.
Definitely not me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
no,
I
never heard of it.
So you
before.
got free food just
Yeah.
That's
by
the
being
story,
cute.
is it? That's
think-
where's the
yeah, that was
punchline?
it.
Oh wow.
there
Okay.
was no punchline. The punchline was I was so cute. I got free char siu. That's it.
Oh.
Now
It was-
you get free char siu or not?
Can you not?
You put on Megan lah.
Megan gets free drinks, not char siu.
Oh, not char siu. But would you rather get free drinks or free char siu?
I think she prefer free drinks.
Char
lah.
siu.
Oh,
Right?
Oh.
Free char siu. Like
char
who
siu.
wouldn't? I'll
Surprising.
get free char siu also.
Actually, right, I don't know if you guys know this. I don't enjoy drinking. I drink to get
What?
high. I don't
Yeah, she-
like the taste
She
of
drinks.
alcohol.
Oh
she
my
drinks to
God.
get drunk, guys. And
Yeah.
That's yeah.
So what
and
you are
that's-
is someone who just doesn't have access to drugs lah.
Yeah.
Is that it? Right? Because you want
Well
the
said,
high,
well
you
said.
don't like the
Okay,
alcohol.
here's
yeah.
the thing. I'm pretty sure a lot of us here don't have access to drugs. But even if we do, I don't want it. Okay. We're hashtag team sober. So
Most children have a full set of 20 milk or baby teeth by the time they are 3 years old.
3 years
Okay.
old. Yeah.
okay. So maybe I might not have my full set of teeth at that time lah.
I think you would have had enough to have the chassis.
Yeah, can be.
Yeah,
can be.
maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I took care of like 3-year-olds before when I was working at the kindergarten.
What?
Oh.
And they were halfway. Some of them were not even 3 yet. So they were just like 2 plus.
You worked at a kindergarten.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we don't know about this. Well, what
Really,
is
you
this?
didn't know? Okay, so well, this was just a few years back lah. It was after I left my high school to become like a private student, and that's why I would know like what a trio can eat and not eat because they could chew on like biscuits. Some of them were like 2 plus, 2 to like 2 years, like 4 months, 5 months, right? Because of the beginning of the year.
All right.
So like yeah. Like they eat like us lah, just like maybe you need to cut into smaller pieces so they can nibble on
So
it
you
more.
took this on as like just a part-time job, is it?
Yeah.
For how
I was
long?
I think it was like maybe early November till like early February.
Was there like a memorable experience you had there?
Oh, every day was an
With the
adventure,
kids.
honestly. Because
Just dealing with kids in general.
yeah, because
Damn.
I was
Roller
in charge-
coaster of emotions.
I was in charge of the trio. Like I was in the trio class as a helper, right? So the thing about 3-year-olds, they are so hard to handle that you have to have 3 individuals. So like a teacher and 2 helper on the table of 7 3-year-olds. Okay, and that also is really hard to handle. So there's like 3 tables of 7. So there were 9 staff just for 1 class. And yeah, but most of them just go back after, so they don't stay back for daycare. But it's still quite fun lah. Like I remember there's this one kid. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to like however, right? His name is
Okay, we're gonna censor that.
Yeah.
he's probably what, 7 years old right now, 8 years old. I don't know. He was just a mood, man. Like whenever he came, right? He came to class, he was just like, and he'll just stare at me. And then he would just look at the workbook. And then like, while writing halfway, I'll hold his hand, right?
Oh.
While writing halfway, he'll just fall asleep.
Oh.
Like he's such a mood. He's such a
Okay,
mood.
I
Like, while
have a
writing halfway, then
story
she'll fall
about
asleep.
I have a
was like,
story about writing while
wow.
falling asleep, but let's
This kid.
leave that later on. Yeah.
Oh, I have a story about that too. That happened in this house. Like, it was just so
Wow.
funny because
Amazing,
Okay,
like
what
you
is it?
guys.
it was when I was 9 probably. Like I was just like doing my homework, cursive writing, you know, when I was in primary school. I had to do cursive writing. I read halfway, I just killed on the floor for like 4 hours. And then my parents didn't give a shit about me. I just like slept.
4 hours.
Then and when I woke up, I just casually did my homework again.
Wow.
It's just so dumb.
Okay,
But
so Matt, I want to hear about the most memorable moments when you were a kid, because we don't hear a lot of Matt's kids like
Oh yeah.
story when
Actually,
he
we
was a
don't.
kid.
Childhood
Yeah, we
stories. Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
So, do you want to know about the time I fell in the drain with my bicycle, or do you want to know about the time I drowned at the church camp?
I want to know the time when you drowned at the church.
Yeah,
I
the
drowned at the church camp.
The drowning.
I drowned at the church camp because I couldn't swim, and I was at the church camp, and this at that time my dad is a pastor. He's a clergyman, and at that time he worked at a very large church So we were at this hotel in Penang. I think the hotel is called. I can say the name of the hotel, right? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Paradise something. Yeah,
Okay.
I remember.
Okay.
Okay.
So we were all there. It's pretty cool hotel, I would say, because they had like a fantastic. At that time it was the 2000s, right? We all we didn't have smartphones, so like
Yeah.
arcade was still a thing.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the hotel had a very well equipped
Wow.
arcade. Yeah, I
That's
remember.
nice.
And
That's
they had
nice.
a really nice pool, right? So the pool, it was one of those things where it eventually drops, right?
Right.
So I was just kind of roaming around because I don't swim, so I just walk in the pool, I'm just splashing around, I'm like, I'm like, there's people around them, right?
walking
I'm like,
in the
hey friend, how are you? Hey friend, what's up? Then I
You're
saw,
joking, right?
no, I was really waddling
You really
around.
did
You went
that?
like, what's
Yeah.
up? What's up?
What's up? What's up?
No, yeah, probably. Knowing me, right? At that time, I was quite a social kind of person, lah.
True.
Okay.
So I was like, hey, no. Then I saw some friends that more at the deep side, but see, I didn't know it
Those
was
were
deep.
taller friends.
No, they were my height friends, but they could swim.
Right. Okay.
So they were there, and I was like, hey, I want to go and hey those guys too. Like I'm gonna go hey those guys. So I waddle, and then it drops.
Oh.
Right? It drops, right? And
Cue the
I
Jaws
am like,
theme.
I'm like almost right. And then nobody saw me. The thing is, the pool was so crowded that nobody noticed that I was drowning.
Oh no!
Right?
Oh no.
And I wanted to say I'm not someone who goes around and and preaching about my faith and stuff like that. But what happened today is I believe it was a miracle. Okay. So what happened is my mom was at the other end of the pool. She was talking
Right.
to another mom. You know how moms they all like talk to
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah,
They were
Yeah,
like,
well,
what's up?
they say I come down so nothing happened to you in the pool, but they end all not talking to each other, and then their son's like drowning, right? But my mom,
Literally.
yeah, my mom like she said that she felt something in her telling her to turn to the left, and she turned to the left and she saw me, and then she
the far end of
she
the
runs
pool.
over and then she tells the guy like, grab him out. Then I came out, I was a little traumatized. And then she was like, and then there were like other children who I knew. They came like, Matt, are you okay? But I was too traumatized. I was having like a dramatic moment.
You were just frozen.
I was like, I just didn't. I remember not responding to them. I was like, who cares about you guys? I'm in trauma right now. Leave me, right? Which now in hindsight, a bit of a diva move lah. I would
How
say.
old were you at the time?
Man, I was below 10.
Okay.
Below 10.
That's
I was young. Yeah.
It's okay now, Matt. I
Yeah.
think when you walk in
Yeah,
the
that's
pool,
experience,
you'll
right?
probably just be at chest level. Don't worry.
But for
yeah, maybe don't waddle.
but now okay lah. That was like now I'm a pretty.
Do you know how
tall-
to swim now?
I'm a pretty
You're
tall
pretty-
guy,
you're pretty tall,
So,
you're pretty
I don't,
tall.
I still can't swim, but
Also-
my waddle area has expanded. Yeah, expanded.
Range
Yeah.
extended.
Right.
A lot of
okay.
things. A lot of things happen at that church camp. If I can tell another story, right?
Yeah.
So we were learning about. Because if you've been to church camps, like the adults have their own thing and the kids have their own thing.
yeah.
So I was at the kid thing, right? And they hired some professional teachers to come and they were teaching us about the 10 Commandments,
Oh,
10 Commandments, which I love all of the commandments. But
so Christian lah.
very Christian. So I was there and
church
learning about
camp.
10 Commandments, right? And so the teacher starts. She says like, okay, so we're going to learn about the 10 Commandments. So we're doing the 10 Commandments over 4 days, right? So it's day 3. Okay, so we've done like the first, 6 at this point. Kids, this is what we've learned so far, right? And then she named the first 2 wrong.
Oh,
Yeah, she named the first 2 wrong. Then I write, because I'm a smart ass, I go,
you just had to.
you wrong. That's not right. So you have to always remember my dad's the pastor. So I know for a child, I
Oh,
know I'm
God.
usually a little bit too much about the Bible.
You were
right?
that kid
I was
lah.
that kid.
Yeah, you were that kid.
I was that kid. So I go, and then she got angry, And then she goes, you sit down and you keep quiet, right? And then I'm like,
Oh my god.
okay,
Fragile.
so
Oh
right.
no.
So
Someone's ego got bruised.
below
Yeah.
the age of 10, like now if you say that to me, right, I will like stand up and I'll start a thing.
Fight
like,
you.
But I'll fight you, but that's why I was below.
what?
I was below 10. I didn't have that kind of courage. I only had the courage for the first statement, not the follow-up statement, right?
The follow-up.
So I didn't have that kind of courage. So
You're not
I
like
s-
Jaden lah. You
I
won't
wasn't like
strike.
Jaden. I wouldn't strike. No lawan from me. So
No
I was like,
lawan.
okay,
No
okay,
lawan.
sorry,
Back up.
teacher. Okay, teacher, I sit down. Then I get back to my notebook, right? And then later she comes up to me like really quiet and she says, "Hey, Matthew, I'm really sorry about that just now. You were actually right. Those were the first 2. You the one." I was
Oh.
like, then I went, I went high. And I was like, it's okay. people make mistakes, you know.
Ego
Yeah,
boost.
yeah,
Did you actually say that?
yeah. I did. Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, I
Wow,
did.
as an 8-year-old, you're telling a grown ass adult. Like,
You know why? Because
So
I was
mistakes.
homeschooled already, so I didn't have that thing where like, oh, I'm scared to be in a crowd.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have that kind of thing. Like, oh, I might get it wrong. I just
Yeah.
say lah, you know.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah.
I think
Understandable.
I think Matthew grew faster than us. Like
Yeah.
for example, like when we were 10, right? When he was still 10, when he was our age 10, he was mentally like 15 or 16 already. I feel.
No,
Okay,
Because he
I
hangs out with a
stretch.
lot of
No,
like,
that's a stretch.
a
No.
That's a
stretch.
stretch.
no.
No,
Are you
I would
sure?
say mentally I was still like 10, but I had the confidence of a 25-year-old. Yeah. So
Confidence,
it's the
that's the
disconnect is still there. Like he's
So
like
now
really
that-
like he's really confident, but he's saying all kind of nonsense, you know. So
Right,
So
right,
Matt,
right,
now
right,
that
right.
you're 25,
It's
where's,
Oh,
where's your
are you
confidence?
now I have the
Right.
confidence of a 10-year-old. You know, life's bruised me up a little bit.
I
yeah.
love
Right.
it.
Right.
I used to
Okay.
do all kind of things like in our because we were a big church, right? So our Sunday school they used to have a room of things, and if you borrowed something, like the teachers borrowed something, they'd have their name. They put their name there, like a log sheet. But the log sheet weren't in like their workroom. It was like publicly out there. Then I'd see who haven't returned things and all that. Then I go make fun of the teacher and things like that. It's really
Oh my god,
dumb.
you were that
The
kid.
I was like
confidence
that
through
kind of
you.
really
Oh my
dumb
gosh.
kind of.
Please,
Yeah.
oh god.
Very,
So
very
Jaden,
weird.
So
growing
annoying.
growing up in a public school, right? So what is your memorable moment?
In a public
Did,
school.
did you call out any teachers?
No, I didn't have that much confidence. I was the
Right.
sorry teacher, yes teacher, okay teacher. But
So when you were young, like
when
you
I
were
was young, yes, okay. I remember this one time because back then we were young, like we didn't have no iPads, right? So it was all about the toys, right? Like the remote control cars, the Nerf guns, the physical
You
toys.
had Nerf guns?
Wow, gila lah,
No,
you
no,
had
no, no.
Nerf
I was
guns.
about it, but I didn't. Obviously,
Right,
I
okay.
didn't have enough money to buy lah.
Okay.
My
Yeah,
parents
yeah.
would put me.
Yeah, you just want it lah. Okay.
I just wanted it. So I think I was like 7 or 8. Then my grandparents brought me and my brother to like the Pasar Pagi, the morning market. Then we were just walking around, you know, and then as kids, obviously we would go straight to like the toys, like the store, right?
Wait,
And we were
I have
just
to
there.
ask, did you get any free chassis?
No, unfortunately, I
you
wasn't
got
cute
free
enough.
chassis.
Not cute
Okay.
enough.
I wasn't
not
cute
cute
enough.
enough.
Okay.
Not cute enough. I was no Calista.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
You had more
I-
than the 3 strands of hair lah.
Yeah, I did. My nanny had to go a few more rounds, as opposed to yours just went one. Like whoop, I did my job.
Hey, she did 3 rounds, okay? She called
3
it
rounds.
3 times.
Okay,
Every
my
strand
bad.
got a
My
comb.
bad for copying.
Yeah.
Every strand got a
Just
comb.
pull like that.
But yeah, we went to the toy store and we were looking, and I don't know why my grandparents were in a good mood. So they like we were asking them like, can we get this? Can we get this? Can we get this like remote control car? Like it was a truck. Then they were like, yeah, sure. Then we were really? We did not expect this. So then we were freaking excited lah, obviously. Then we bought it. Then I was just holding it, I remember. And I just remember not being able to wait to go home to play with it. Like they were
That's
buying
cute.
Sayo and all that. And I was like, faster. So we finally went home, right? We went home. It was like quite near to the Pasar Pagi. It took like 5 minutes. So we went home. Then me and my brother immediately went outside the road and play lah. Then, mind you, like we was like super excited. This was like our first toy that our grandparents bought us. And one of our first toys even actually. Because we didn't really get a lot of toys back then. We were playing with like water. Literally water. side story, right? Me and my brother once we were playing this with water with the hose, right? Then my grandma came out and yelled at us. Then get this. I pointed the hose at my grandma.
Wait, so
I'm
you
sorry,
did have the
Grandma.
courage.
I
You
love
did
you.
have the courage.
I did
Yeah,
have
you
the
did
courage.
have the
Oh,
courage.
yes, I did have the
Yeah,
courage.
yeah.
I was
But
quite a
just
brave
towards
boy.
the grandmother, not towards anyone else.
Yeah. But I feel super bad now. But anyways, coming back.
They just
coming
play
back
with
to the
water.
story.
I love it. I can imagine that the hose is pointed this way. The grandma is like,
They were water vendors.
Yeah.
We were
Water.
Yeah.
Earth.
But yeah, okay, coming back, right? We were
Yeah.
okay, so we got home. Then me and my brother went out to the road, like just in front of the house. Then
Tell
I
me
played
that
with
truck
it.
survives one day.
Yeah.
No. Listen to the story first.
Okay.
So I played with it first because I'm the older brother, right? I get dips. So I play
Wow.
with it for like 5-10 minutes.
Dictator lah.
Then yeah, I mean, privilege. then I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. Like, cause it's a truck and it can like go like up the bumps and go on sand and stuff like that. And I played for 10 minutes. Then I handed it to my brother. The moment he got the remote control, right, he drove the remote car, drove it, turned to the right, and he went to the drain,
Oh no.
Crap.
Oh.
and he broke.
Oh no.
And we were like, what?
Wait, how many people were sharing that truck? Was it just you and your brother? or
Yeah,
was it,
just
like,
me
other
and my
cousins?
brother. Just me and my brother.
I know, and the grandma and the grandfather. They didn't get
And the
their turn.
host.
The
Yeah, the
grandma
host.
and the host. But yeah, like then and he drove into the drain and we were like, oh my god, we were super depressed and
Did you scold your brother?
I don't think I scolded my brother, but I don't know if we cried. We probably did. But safe to say my grandparents did not from that point buy
you-
any toys for us.
It's all because of your brother. Did you ever
Obviously,
say
my
that?
brother. I think a lot of pent up anger is like suppressed towards my brother. It stemmed from there.
But I
And then found the root cause.
I wanna call out your grandparents and say that it's never a good idea to let a child play a remote control anything outdoors. Like
Yeah.
just do it in the house. Like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They were in a good mood. They first
Yeah.
bought the trucks and they were like, okay, go out and play.
Gila
Like,
lah.
yes. But
Wow.
it was depressing. It was.
I'm not talking
depressing.
about remote control stuff. I really tempted to just buy one.
Bye lah.
Go play with it.
Buy lah.
Yeah, but
shit.
you have
can
the
afford
money
it
now.
now.
Yeah.
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 You know what? Let me Shopee that.
Okay, hold on. So I want to talk about, remember we were talking about sleeping, right? About doing homework, right? So I think I've told this story to Matt before, but I just want to say it out here. One time when I was in kindergarten, okay, so we had homework, right? I don't know why we had homework in kindergarten. So at that time, I was still sleeping with my parents on the same bed. Okay, so I usually sleep in the middle. And so they usually make sure that I finish my homework before going to bed. Okay, so there's this one time I was doing my homework. Okay, but I don't know what I was thinking like, okay, I think I was getting sleepy. So that I said, at first I was just sitting on the bed with the book on my lap and just writing, okay. So that I told my parents, cold lah, I'm cold. I want a blanket. So they covered like my legs. And then I was doing it writing, and then a little bit longer, I said, my shoulder very cold. So they put the blanket around me, and I was still doing my homework, okay? And then a little bit further, a little bit longer after that, I said, my head very cold lah.
Escalating.
So they covered the blanket over my head. So I was still doing my homework at the time. My homework was not done yet. I was doing my homework with the blanket covering my head. And then after that, somehow a little bit later, I fell asleep. But then my parents didn't know that. So how they found out was, I was very impressed at myself when I heard this story, okay? So apparently how they found out was because you see the pencil was not moving for a very long time. It was just on
Like,
the
why is
book
it
here.
still on the same
The
question?
pencil was just there, dot. My hand was just stuck there. That's it. I didn't move for a very long time. So my
That's
parents thought I
impressive. My hand would have
fainted.
just like collapsed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That takes some
So
skill.
I was very impressed with myself when they told me that story. Apparently my hand was just stuck there, and then they looked in under that blanket, and then so I was asleep with the pencil like this. And then they woke me up, hey, finish your homework. And then I woke up, I was like, huh? And then
That's funny.
then I finished. Yeah, then I finished after that. And yeah, so that was the story.
Oh
And
my
then
god.
then there was another time, right? I was in my kindergarten. I think I had ADHD when I was young. Like I don't know why, but like I
Yeah,
think
because that's how ADHD works.
yeah.
I don't know why I have it.
No.
but
Okay, so the story of ADHD was I was in kindergarten, right? And this time, we were sitting in like a classroom kind of arrangement. So everyone had their own desk, their own chair. Okay, and the teacher was teaching in front. So this time, right, when I was young, somehow every time in the middle of the class, I would just stand up and just started walking around the class. Like I would be like the supervisor,
Like
I
you
would
own
just
the
walk.
house like that.
Chaotic were you?
I would just walk around, like just talk to random classmates, like, hey, how you doing? Like that. And
Oh
and
my
the
god.
teacher would ask me to go back to my seat, right? I'll go back And then like 5 or 10 minutes later, I'll stand up and start walking again. So this expands all the way towards like even when I was doing exam. I don't know why I had exam in kindergarten. So when we were doing tests or exams, right? I will just stand up and walk around and just like, hey, what's up, girl?
Oh my god.
So
You and I are very
so-
alike, lah.
You just reminded me of a super funny and embarrassing story.
okay,
When I was
so
young.
okay.
You're next.
Yeah, let me just finish
Yeah,
the story
you
first,
finish
right?
first.
So
You finish first.
this happened, it was so serious that the principal, which also was one of my teachers, they told my parents. And then my parents thought it was actually an actual issue. So my parents actually sat me down and like, girl, you cannot walk around in class, okay?
They had to really have like a serious conversation with you.
Yeah, yeah. But that proceeded all the way till I was in primary school. So obviously that talk didn't work. So yeah.
Nice.
You're a rebel. You're a rebel. But
Yeah.
my story was I'm not sure if I told you guys this, but I was 11 or 12 and we were in an exam. It was a Chinese exam. Have I told you guys this? It was a
No.
Chinese exam and like I didn't know any Chinese words, right? So it was an essay, Chinese essay exam. So what I usually do is I just got the paper, and when people around me starts writing, I just look at their paper and I write any Chinese words I can see and I can mimic. I just want to fill up the paper. It doesn't have to make sense, like, cause I really don't know how to write like a proper sentence.
Really?
I legit. So I just look at like the people around me. I look at their papers and I write like whatever Chinese words I can see. I write it down, and obviously like I couldn't write that much, right? So I wrote for like less than half an hour, and I put it under like my desk, and I fell asleep. No, I didn't fall asleep. I put my head on the table and like like the
Just
sleeping pose
pretend
lah,
that you
right?
sleep.
No, not pretend. Sleeping pose because I had nothing to do, ma. So I just relaxed. Then I started humming a song. Then I hummed for like 5 seconds. Because the teacher was outside of the classroom, and she looked inside the class and she asked, "Why? What happened?" Then hearing that, I put my head up and I saw like, why is she looking at this area? Like, did anything happen? And I didn't know she was talking to me. So I proceeded to go back down, and instead of just
Hum
humming, I
again.
sang it. I sang the song. I sang the
What
song.
was this song you were singing?
I don't remember, but I think it was like Big Time Rush or something.
Wow.
You guys know Big Time Rush?
Time
Gila
Rush.
lah.
That was
This
the shit back then, right?
This guy go Chinese class, sing English song.
I was singing like, "Shall I forget about," something like that. I don't know. Then the teacher went louder. He's like, Shen Yi, you stand up. Then I put my head up, right? Everyone was looking at me. And the teacher was outside pointing at me. So I went out, and the teacher was like, why are you singing? Why are you singing? I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was that loud. I had nothing to do. I finished my exam already. Sorry, teacher. Then I just went back being so embarrassed. Oh, God. I just went to sleep. I just kept my mouth shut.
Well, this whole time, right, you were 11 or 12. So you already had exams prior to this. You didn't realize that you cannot talk or do anything remotely noisy or like producing any noise throughout the exam.
I never used to hum because I finished so early, right? I had nothing to do. I just had to keep myself occupied.
No, but still, like, how do you not know how to write like Chinese words when you? Like,
Do you remember exactly what you wrote?
No, I don't remember. It
Like-
was like, I know how to write like water,
You, me.
su or water.
were you in a Chinese primary school?
I was in the Chinese primary school.
And then you didn't know how to
Somehow
write
you
a
learned
single
nothing.
at 11 years old?
No, like legit no. Every
God.
single time like the things here, right, the ejaan
Yeah.
spelling, right, Chinese
Spelling,
spelling,
yeah.
I will always get beaten on because I don't get past the passing threshold, which was like 4 or 5 answers, right. I always get beaten by the cane one. So that made me like dread taking going to
Oh,
Chinese
that's
classes
sad.
a
I
lot.
see.
And
Oh.
but yeah,
Interesting.
I didn't know why, but I never registered to not sing it that loud, not hum it that loud.
Yeah.
But oh my god, yeah, that was one
Imagine
of the
if it's
most
in like
embarrassing moments.
uni finals where you can just hear that guy.
Imagine like in the hall. Yeah, imagine in a hall of everyone is just like very silent, and then you are the only one humming when the teacher said, what is that sound? It didn't register in your head that it's me. I'm the one making the sound.
Exactly.
That's not
In a way, I'm glad I made that mistake young, so I don't realize myself older like now.
Someone having me time rush, of all bands.
Yeah, that was
Before
the TV show I watched
BTS,
so
we
much.
had BTR. That was
We had BTR. Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
Before BTS, we had BTR.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In that school now, they
Wow.
call random singing pulling a Shen Yi.
Pulling a Shen Yi.
Yeah, you start
Yeah.
randomly singing.
As a
Don't be a
tribute
Shen
to
Yi,
me.
please.
Don't be a
yeah.
Shen Yi, please.
Yeah.
Wow. So
Yeah.
very good times lah, guys.
Very good
Oh,
times.
school. Oh,
Yeah.
school was.
We-
Younger.
Yeah. So we
Oh,
heard
I
a
hated
little bit
school.
we heard a little bit of the baby brats, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've heard some stories of when we were young. Of course, there are a lot more funnier stories that is yet to be shared. So again, maybe we can do this again, If any one of
Yeah,
you
I think.
if any one of you who wants to listen to more of our childhood stories, of like just a little teaser of the time me and my sister, we tried to call the author of Doraemon, or like the time we
Or the time I threw a chair at my teacher.
Oh, we need to hear that.
Yeah. So if
That's-
you guys want to hear more of that stories, do
Yeah.
tell us, okay? Leave a comment
Yeah.
or like maybe just like the video so that we know that you want to hear
Yeah.
more.
Don't
of these
dislike
stories.
lah.
Yeah.
At least tell us.
Yeah. So all in all, right, we just want to say like it's not a journey now. Okay, we only had like 4 or 5 episodes. It's not a
Yeah.
journey
Yeah,
at
yeah,
all. But like for us to even have like kickstart this whole thing, I think it's somewhat some sort of a leap lah.
Yeah,
Because-
definitely. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, we never saw this coming. We never saw this. What do you say? What do you call us?
Composition.
Sure, like this composition, this lineup was not.
Guys, stop. We sound like we are accepting the Oscar for what?
Definitely, like, this is not
Everybody,
what we
I just want to
imagined lah.
thank everyone and just I never saw this coming. We really didn't, and really there's no success or anything, but we still didn't see it come.
Yeah, so
Oh.
for the 10 of you who watches our show bi-weekly, thank you so much. And for the 50 of you who dislikes our video, thank you as well for giving us attention. So yeah, again, do follow us on our social media. You can follow our Instagram, follow our Spotify, subscribe to our YouTube page. Help us get monetized. So maybe we can, get something out of this.
Yeah.
And
And get sponsors. We need
Yeah.
Oh,
sponsors.
Yeah.
sponsors will be
People.
fun.
well, still, this is the time we will plug. Like maybe if there's a sponsor, this is the time we say thank you to the sponsors. So
Yes.
yeah,
But we
and-
don't have. So
So we're just gonna
But this
thank
one-
us. Thank the Fresh Brats for
Thank the Fresh
sponsoring
Brats.
this video.
Brought to you by the Fresh Brats.
Yes.
brought to you by the Fresh Brats.
And
Yeah,
COVID-19.
Yeah, and COVID-19. That's not. I think that's. I
Yes.
think COVID-19 has been.
And the
our
government of
Yeah,
Malaysia.
before we get actual sponsors, COVID-19 is one of our sponsors.
Yeah.
Legit.
It's
And
actually one of our
the
main
Malaysian
sponsors.
government for the multiple lockdowns that caused us to do this. Yeah.
Yes. So again, we'll try to bring more content to make you laugh or just dislike. However you want to react, it's up to you. So thank you so much for watching this video. And we'll see you
Yes.
guys in 2 weeks' time. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.